flat. Okay, so I actually counted how many cuts there are in this shower so far, and I'm not even done yet. This is why it's taken so long. So in the niche, that one niche, there are 17 pieces. So that one's going to be 17 pieces as well. If you add up all the cuts everywhere so far, there are 75 cuts. That includes the niche, and over here. So full tiles in this entire bathroom, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There are 11 full tiles in this entire bathroom. Everything else is cut. So what's one of the secrets of getting a professional looking tile job? Details. Details, details. All the details is what makes the difference. So you want to have straight level lines. You want all your grout lines to line up. You want your corners to be precise. You want your cuts to be precise everywhere. You want your holes to be clean. You want to be square. You want to be level, and you want to be plumb. So if you get all the details, everything will fall into place. Another one that a lot of people miss is the corners. You want your grout lines to line up exactly in the corners. You don't want them, one up and down. If you like a tiny little hair off, when you caulk it, it'll hide it. But you want it to be perfect as you can get those corners every time. Even here, if you put a laser through here, if I got it right, this line goes straight through. This line goes straight through. All the details right, and your job will be at the next level. So I've been saying there's a lot of cuts on this shower, like 75 so far, and I just did another 4. So anyway, you might wonder, I showed what I was using, but I think that may be a good idea to go in depth a little more, exactly what I'm using to cut most of the tile. So as you can see, I don't know if you can see it in the video so well, but these are nice clean cuts. Of course I stoned them, but they're all very clean cuts. So all the straight cuts, like on the bottom, and these cuts here, they were all done on my Montolet. This is the kind of cut you can get on a Montolet. It's like an inch piece. There are some smaller ones. Here, this one here. That's another one I cut on the Montolet. And this is my IQ saw. This is a dry cutting saw. There is no water in the saw. It's all done by it's IQ 228 Cyclone. It's all done. It's got a vacuum system. It's got a tray in it to collect the dust. I empty it out every morning. So this is what I've been using for this entire shower, including cutting that, cutting the stone on the niche. Just made a few more cuts. Now I'm going to cut this one around here, and then I'm going to keep on going up. Okay, so this corner shelf is on an angle. I don't know if you can see that. It's this would be level, so it's like about a 1/4 inch per foot. So I need to cut this piece of tile to fit around here, but this has to be level and this has to be tilted, so I have to mark that tile somehow. So one way of doing it, obviously, is to put a level line across, and then you can get your tile. This isn't actually the tile because I already cut it. So you get your tile. This goes over here, and then you have to turn it around. Then you have to see where your line is, and see where your line is, and mark it. And that's one way of doing it. But here is where a laser level will help you out. So here's my laser line. So I know this piece is cut to here. This is not actually the piece because I already cut the piece, but I'm just showing you. So I need to cut this. This piece has to go down here. So how do you do that? Just get your tile, put it in place, turn it upside down, mark your tile, one here, right? Then go to your saw where you cut your tile, and then I have obviously left a little bit of room for the cork. And there's your tile. Perfect fit. Okay, so it's 10:46. Can you read that? 10:46. Well, actually, just 10:47. So for anyone that's wondering what the time frame is on this, let me give you an idea of what I've done. I got here at 8 o'clock, and this is what I've done. Let me show you. So as you see it now, right? I've got this done so far. Doesn't look like I did much. Okay, so let's just go over exactly what I did. So the first thing I did when I got here, I knocked all these clips out from the second row all the way to the top. I cleaned up this niche, took out all the wedges and all the tape and everything. I scraped out any thin set that might have been in between the joists to get it clean, because you want to make sure you do that the next day when it's still relatively soft. I figured out what my pieces are here, and I cleaned up the edges on any of these tiles here, so that they're all exactly the same size. Those are the same size, those short ones, and these ones, if there was any differential. These actually here, the bigger ones were exactly the same. Those were about 1/8 of an inch difference, so I made them exactly the same size. So when I put them in the corner, see that one there, where that, at the very bottom there, where that grain comes around, like over here, where the grain comes around, right? I cut and fit all these pieces here that are under here. I got them exactly plumb and even and flat. And I made 2 shorts, and I also recorded several segments for the video today. So it took me about 2 and 3/4 hours, 2 hours and 45 minutes to do all that. Plus, I went down and got my mortar out of the truck. I got some water in my buckets. I mixed the thin set, and I did all that. I don't know if that's fast or if that's slow, but that's what I have accomplished in 2 hours and 45 minutes. Closer look. Flat. Flat. Nice neat corners. It's all about ability, not about what you're using. So if you're gonna do the work, you have to have the tools, and the tools you get are gonna determine how easy the job's gonna be. I prefer to get high quality tools so that they last and they do the job they're designed to do. Now, as far as cutting holes in tile, I love my hole saws, but the problem with hole saws is you need a million different ones to have the right size for every job. So let me just illustrate. I have this kit. I have this big one. I have another fairly large one. I have another one which is slightly bigger than this one. And then I have a bunch of different ones in the truck also. But the one thing I don't have is the size here. That's too big. That's too small. So I could go get another one, but this is a common size now, so I could probably just buy one of these. But this used to be a very common size. Haven't used this in quite some time now. So if you don't have the right hole saw, the next option is a grinder with a dry cutting blade. For the bigger holes, this will always be the right size. So I put this here because if that guy gets caught, it's gonna twist this way. That way, your thigh catches it, and you don't twist your wrist. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. That's one. Okay, so from here down, it's all cemented on. These ones here, that row and this row are not cemented on. I just have them there to, because I cut the holes, and I'm trying to cut the holes when I've got thin set on the wall. So now I can just take those down, get the mix and thin set and put them up. Actually, I am not doing that. It is the 23rd, December 23rd, and I'm off tomorrow, and I don't feel like mixing thin set. I'm going to go home early because I can do that if I want, and I'm going to enjoy my Christmas vacation. Well, call it vacation. It's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and then I'll be back here Monday. But in the meantime, I am going to, this will be the last video for this week. There won't be a video tomorrow, which is Friday. There won't be a video Saturday, but I will put all the videos that I did this week together and have it for Sunday. I'll put them all together. Not the ones from, because I already did the first bunch of videos in one long video. I'll put a link in there to that in the cards and in the end screen. And so Sunday at 4 o'clock, there'll be all the ones that weren't included in that video in the new long version video of all the parts that I did Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and today. So anyway, Merry Christmas, and see you Monday.